and then negative 4 times plus 5x. So negative 4 and 5x. And then our last one, I'm just going to write this. I'm not going to put it in parentheses because it's obvious, right? Negative 4, negative 6. What's my answer? What's 4 times 6? Good talk. Okay, so we distributed everything out, and now we can start multiplying and getting out of our parentheses. So what is 3 times negative 2? And then x3 and 1?
4.
Good.
4.
Okay? 3 times 5?
15x2.
Good. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
You have x's, it's to the power of 2. Okay? If it's 2 or the numbers, you're just adding them together. Okay. 3 times negative 6 is what? Negative 18? X? Sure. 4. Negative 4 times negative 2? Positive 8. X? Yes. I lost track of where I was at for a minute. This one's long. 5, or 4 times 5, negative.
20x.
Negative 20x. This one's crazy, huh? Plus 24. Okay, we're done. Now, remember what I said. First and last, right? This one is done, and this one is done. So what does that mean? We have a bunch of stuff to simplify. We have 1, 2, and 2 terms that can be combined in. Okay? Are we tracking? Now, when you go to simplify these, you want to put them in standard order now. Are we clear? So, we're going to write this number first. Negative 6x4. We're going to put this next. Plus 8x3. Because there's no 3's, right? 3's next.
Oh,
Then there's the 15x2, right? So plus 15x2. This is a good problem. And then what is 18 plus 20?
38.
And remember, these are not multiplying, these are adding. Okay? So you're negative 20, negative 18. So negative 38x plus 24. We're done. 4, 3, 2, 1, constant, standard form, simplified, we're finished. That's one of the hardest problems you'll have when it comes to multiplying polynomials. This step is the hardest. This part's easy, okay? Because if you know this one doesn't change, this one doesn't change, I need to simplify in the middle, add all my terms together. And then the only other thing to remember this. What do you have to do here? It has to be alpha, right? Yep. It's negative times a positive, so negative AB to the second. Okay, now take a look at this. That one's very similar to the problem we just did. That one's similar to the problem we did. That's the first one. We did all these together. Do you guys want to do this one together, or are you good? You want to do that one together? Okay. I'm actually done with this lecture, so I can erase this. So I'm going to erase this, and we're going to write it right here. I think I can fit it in there. So 4a, a2, b2, plus 2b2, plus 3b minus 3. Okay, we're going to take the 4a, we're going to distribute it across everything in here, okay? So 4a times a2, b2, because that's the first term. Then we're going to do the second thing with this second term. We're going to be plus 4a in parentheses 2b2. That's the second one. And then the third one is going to be 4a and then 3b minus 3. Oh, whoops. Should be a plus there. Okay, so what did we do? We took this term, and this term and multiplied them. Okay? The negative 3 at the end is not going to matter. Why? Because we're going to be 4 and negative 3, 4 and negative 3 when we multiply these out. Okay, so there's number 3 in the do now, right? Okay, so let's start doing this. We're not worried about the 1, right? So we can leave the 4 alone. Because this is a 1 and that's a 1. So there's no numbers to group, right? So we're going to be 4, A3, B2. We're done with that one. It's already finished. Now we're going to do this one. What's 4 times 2? 8. A3. See, it's really not that hard. Okay, 4A, 3B, negative 3. Now we have 2 variables here, right? So we're going to 4 times 3, right, plus 12.
Yeah, AB?
Now notice, we took care of these, right?
Yes.
Let me think about this. We took care, no.
Wait.
Nope, we have to do something different. Anybody see it?
A negative 3?
What do I need to do with that negative 3?
Switch on.
Well, it's a separate term, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a separate term, so we can't have that minus 3 because plus, so this is a polynomial. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a polynomial. So 3b, and then I'm running out of minus 3. Yeah, so 4a again times negative 3.
All right, there you go. All right.
Okay, back. So we multiply a and a3, 4 and 1 by itself, b2 by itself. 4 and 2, 8, a, what happened? Something happened there. 4 and 2, 8. Oh, A, B2.
Yes.
Okay, 4A, 3B. So that's numbers. That's 12AB. Then 4 times negative 3, negative 12A. That's better. That one wasn't nearly as bad as this one. So, look, this one's AB2, AB1. We can't combine those, right? And we can't combine this one. Aren't we done? We're done with this one. There's nothing we can combine. Yep, there's nothing we can combine. Oh, and that makes sense because this isn't a polynomial. So FOIL, this is distributed property that's coming out on this one. So yeah, this is done. A3, there's no other A3 B2s. That's separate. We can't combine those two because there weren't two B's, and then the 12A is all by itself. So that's finished. That's number 4. Okay, number 4, just like G or H. Number 5, just like I. Number 6, just like K. Okay? So you'll be turning your notes in with the steps done. Make sure you put it in your backpack. Thank you. Good talk. And then get your do now, turn your do now in. Okay? Now flip over the worksheet. I want to talk about the worksheet. Cross out 16 and 17 and 18. I'm not concerned that you do those. But 1 through 15, I do. Now if you notice, 1, 2, and 3 are just like the first examples that we did. And then 4 through 6 are just like the second examples. And then the rest of them are all FOIL. Okay? Okay?